everybody, this is Maria with SweetSerenityStamping.com, and today I have for you this cute little slider gift card holder. I know I've been making a few gift card holders because a lot of people give out the gift cards for Christmas, and I thought, let's make something else that you can put it in besides a boring old card or those little tin boxes. You know, I mean, let's do something different. Who would want something like this rather than a card? I mean, because this is just really cute. And of course, you can see I have my little Merry Christmas sentiment on there, and I love the font on that Merry Christmas. That is so pretty. I'm going to be using the same one, the same font today, and that font there comes from Sassy Salutations. So this is the stamp set that I have used, and I love it because it has congratulations, Merry Christmas, the thinking of you, thank you, happy birthday, feel better. It has a lot of different sentiments, and this gets used quite a bit. So this is the Salutations, Sassy Salutations, and this is the Merry Christmas that I'm going to be using today again to show you on our next project. And I have that all ready to go on my glass block. And so I will show you what I did already for my sentiment that we are going to use. And just look at this colors together. This is the crisp cantaloupe. Isn't that beautiful? With that cherry cobbler. Wait a minute, did I use? I'm trying to remember if I used the cherry cobbler, and I did. I was thinking I didn't, but that is the cherry cobbler that I had stamped on top of this crisp cantaloupe cardstock. So here is the cherry cobbler that I used my ink pad, and I stamped it with this. I just love that sentiment. It's the wording, the font on it is beautiful. I keep telling you that. So this is the crisp cantaloupe, and it has the Merry Christmas that I had inked up with the cherry cobbler. It came out beautiful. There's no measurements to this. I just basically took the Merry Christmas, stamped it, and just fussy cut a rectangle shape. Just cut around it in a rectangle. That's all I did. There's no really measurements. I just cut it out as in a rectangle. And if you can see, there's some darker spots around the top and around the bottom. I went ahead and I sponged this a little bit with that crisp cantaloupe. I thought it gave it a really sweet looking effect. So that's what I will be using today. I've already put it on some dimensionals, and that's going to be going on top of here, but with different colors. So that's the way you do this one. As you can see, this paper is the pistachio pudding that I used, and this is the garden green that I used to stamp with, and then this is also the Trim the Tree Designer Series paper. And this paper I absolutely love. I use it all the time. There are 4.5 by 6.5 pieces of paper, and the papers in here, I know you've seen this before, I flipped through it, is just absolutely beautiful. This is what we just used on here today, and this is what we are going to be using today. Hence those two colors, and why I have the cherry cobbler and that crisp cantaloupe going on. This is what we are going to use. So let me open this for you so you can see what this little cute gift card does. There's a piece of Velcro holding this together, and this slides up, and there's that sweet little JCPenney card that I use for every single card holder video that I do. I really need to get me a Christmas one. I should have got me a Christmas one a long time ago, but I thought, oh, I'm just showing you guys what it holds, so it's not a big deal. But that's just how it works, and there's a piece of Velcro there, and the other piece is right here. Okay, and just slides up and down, up and down. So it comes out like that. And I just loosely have this on here. Barely have any. I put a little tiny tape in the back just so I can show you what it looks like. But this is it. And like I said, sometimes there's a little force that it doesn't want to go down. You just have to hold it and push it down like this, and it will come out. Just absolutely beautiful. This is the seam binding ribbon, and this is Whisper White, and it's the 1/2 inch seam binding ribbon, and I think it makes it look like a Christmas box. So that's what I did. Nothing on the back. You can put something on the back if you want to, but I don't think it really needs it. So let's get started. Let me go show you how to do this. So like I said, today we are going to be using the Crisp Cantaloupe, and here it is. And I love this Crisp Cantaloupe. It's such a beautiful, tangerine-ish orange color, and for some reason my camera does not like this color. It's going to be out of focus for some reason today. But this is what I use. So let me give you some dimensions. This is 9 3/8 by 5 inches. Okay, and as you can see, there are score marks that I already had done. So on the long side here, that 9 3/8, you want to go ahead and score at 2 7/8 and 7 1/16. And then you want to turn it 90 degrees. So now that you are on that 5.5 inch mark, the short end, and you want to do a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch on this side. So when you go to score this, just score on the 1/2 inch mark, turn it around to the other side, score the 1/2 inch mark, and you won't have to worry about them being uneven. They will be perfectly 1/2 inch score marks on each side. Now you will see this little, you can see I have some markings right here. Now there's no real quote unquote dimensions or measurements for this. All I did was this here. I just wanted it to be rounded, okay, in the front. So I went to this end of this score mark here, and I just kind of rounded it to this score mark. Just gave it a little mark. You can even probably do this maybe with a dish if you just want to be really accurate. But this from the end here to this mark here is less than a 1/2 inch. So, and it's the same thing as here, from here to there, less than a 1/2 inch. So there's really no dimensions on this. I kind of made it a little bit flat here. It's about a 1.5 inches flat. And then I just came out and started giving it this little rounded edge to it. I didn't want it completely square. So if you want to do it this way, you can give that little edge. Just take, a pencil and just kind of make a little round edge of it. Or you can leave it square. I just chose to give it a little bit of a rounded edge, and you will understand in this one what I mean when I said a rounded edge. So look at the edge of this one. Okay, so it's kind of rounded. So that's what I did. I mean, like I said, there's nothing really much to do. Just take a pencil and freehand it. Just give it a little bit of an arch, kind of a looking shape. So this one here is our front of our card. Now in the inside of our card is where that cherry cobbler comes in at. Okay, and I love these two colors together. I'm really starting to like them more and more as I see it. So this piece here is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. Okay, and on the 4 7/8, the longer end, this is where you're going to want to score. So it is 4 7/8 is on this side here, and you want to score at the 1/2 inch mark and then the 3 1/2 inch mark. So there's only 2 score marks, and I don't know if you can see those. You can kind of see them yet right here a little bit. You can see it right here. I'm trying not to get too much glare on my window. So those are the outside, inside, and then you need one more little piece, and this is the designer series paper, and that's where I tell you, that's where I got those colors from. I just went off one of the piece of papers that were in that Trim the Tree designer series papers, and I love this. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, the papers in here are beautiful, and that's the back side of this. So there you go. That's what we are going to use. This piece here is 3 3/4 by 2 1/2, and that piece of paper will go on top of here at the very end when we get towards timing to put this piece of paper on. I will show that to you. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is we have, where I have these marked, okay, there's a bigger box here, a really big box in the middle, and then a shorter box. And the shorter one is where you are going to do that oval or that beveled little edge like I told you earlier. So what you want to do is you want to leave these here, okay, this score mark here and the score mark, these 1/2 inch marks, okay, you see them? Okay, you want to leave these bottoms, this side and this side, leave. From this side up all the way here, you're going to cut these long ones off until you get to that score mark. Leave this alone, leave this side here alone, and you want to cut from that score mark all the way up, okay? So the bigger end here, leave these two pieces on. The bigger section here and the smaller section here, we're going to cut these 1/2 inch strips off on both sides. So let's go ahead and do that. So let me get my scissors. And I have a lot of glare today on my window, so hopefully this will come out okay and I can see what I'm doing. This is very hard to cut when you have a glare on it. I didn't realize I had that much glare today. It is a really gloomy day here in Texas. Not very fun. I don't like my gloomy days here in Texas. But it does make it a little bit harder for me to cut because there is this, hopefully I'm in frame, there is this glare. So let's try to get this as best as we can. Okay, and clip this piece out. So you're clipping two of the 1/2 inch pieces, the long ones. So this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so that's the bigger side, the really big part here on your score marks, and then the smaller side where we have those marked. Okay, so this is what we have now. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and just clip off these little ends here that I marked out with pencil. And like I said, there's really no dimensions to this. Just kind of give it a roundish kind of a top part. And because I just like that. I think it's really cute. Like I said, you can leave it square if you want to, but it's totally up to you. I did leave a little bit of pencil mark here, which I'm just going to get rid of that. I don't like the pencil marks. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take some crisp cantaloupe ink, and I want to edge just the top part of this here, this piece right here, because this is going to be our flap. And of course, you know me, I have to stick my fingers in it. So let's go ahead and just give this a little bit of color. So we'll just go ahead and I think it just kind of brings it out a little bit. If you have some little bit of dimension, see how it's bringing it out when you come around there? See how boring it kind of is here? And then you add that little bit of color, and it's like, bang, there it is. There's that pop of color I'm looking for. Don't want it too dull. So I'm just going to go around to that first score mark, because this is the flap. And you can make this as dark as you want, as light as you want. It doesn't really matter. That's what I have. I just like it to be a little bit darker. And we do sell these sponges on Stampin' Up! So I'll put a link at the bottom of the video where you can get those. And I'm going to put this to the side. So what we want to do next is we're going to go ahead and fold on our score lines. So let's go ahead and fold on this one here. Oh, and I forgot to do one more piece. I forgot I want a little bit of that sponging done at the top of this box as well. So when we fold this box over, let's go ahead and do a little bit of sponging right there. I like the sponging. I think it looks really pretty. And there we go. So now we got the sponging on the top of this box as well as around. It's just the top. If you want to do the whole entire box, you could. Not a big deal. So that's what we did for that one. And I'm going to come, excuse me, fold this over and just go ahead and crease with our bone folder on our score marks. Okay, so now we have something that looks like this. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to fold these in. I'm going to use my Fast Fuse today. You may want to use your sticky strip or your Tombow glue. This definitely has to be done with something strong. If not, it will come apart. And I don't want that box to be coming out. Do not use snail. So I'm just going to lay my Fast Fuse on and give it a little pull. So get some Fast Fuse on here and give it a check mark. And that's the way you use this Fast Fuse. You just have to pull it down and give it a check mark. Okay, so now you just want to bring this up. I want to kind of make sure we're matching these ends pretty good. There. Okay, so that's going to be our pocket. Okay, so we have our pocket right here. So the next thing we want to do is I have some ribbon Okay, this is about 18 inches long, and I told you this is that Whisper White seam binding ribbon. It's about 18 inches. You probably don't need that much, but I just put the two of them together like this, and then I bring it to the end like this, and then I'll use my scissors and cut it in half. So approximately 18 inches long. No, not necessarily exactly that. But what I want to do is I want to take a little bit, you can use your fast fuse, you can use your mini glue dots, and to put this on. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to kind of say somewhere, I don't know, we'll put it maybe around here. Probably about the middle is where you want to go ahead. You want, put it right about the middle of it, because you want to check it off there. Try to get as center as you can. Check it off there. And then you can just lay your ribbon on here. And the reason why we do this first is because there's another piece that's going to go on top of this. So you want to make sure that your ribbon goes in first. Okay, and you can put this piece on here. And this will stay. It will not come off. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do is we want to get that piece of cherry cobbler that we had, and we want to go ahead and fold on our score marks and just give them a little scoring, a little varnish. We want to do that. So, okay, now this piece here is going to go down this pocket. Okay, so this piece is going to have to attach up to here, and what I want to do is I want to put this longer piece here, this, see the square? This is a small one. Get the longer, bigger square, and just go like this. Okay, and lay it on top of your piece, and kind of get it a little bit centered as possible. You know, it doesn't have to. See, I have a little bit of it hanging on this side, a little bit of it hanging on that side. You just kind of want to try to get it even, and then you want to take your pencil. Okay. And this is if you do it this way. Just give it a mark here and give it a mark here. If you want to do it this way, like I said, you can square this off. You don't have to do it the way I am doing. I like it. So next thing I'm going to do is just go in there and kind of clip that off. Go in here and clip that off. Okay, so now we have something that looks like the inside of this box here. Okay, and it is going to go right in here. And like I said, try to match it up as best as possible. Okay, and the next thing you want to do is you want to put a lot of glue on that side. So you put, like I said, use your fast fuse, Tombow glue, anything that is strong. Do not use snail. This will not work. Okay, there. So I think I got quite a bit of that on there, and I even have some on my table. And I'm trying to get that off so it doesn't cling to anything else. So we are going to put this and lay this on top of this piece. And like I said, try to get it centered with that piece. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but the more perfect, the better it's going to look. Okay, so now I'll just give that a push. So as you can see, this piece, okay, now you know why we put the ribbon on first. See? So this piece here, you got to kind of work with this a little bit. Stick it inside here like this, and you might have to, you know, there you go. So you just stick it in there. This is where you want to put your designer series paper at. So let's go ahead and do that. And we can actually go ahead and use our snail for this because it's going from designer series paper to cardstock. We're fine. Just cardstock to cardstock. You want something a little bit heavier, a little bit thicker. So I'm going to put this on. Of course, I'm getting glue everywhere, but on the paper. And I tend to put this a little bit further down. So go ahead and kind of square it up a little bit, get it kind of centered, and there you have that piece on there. So let me try to rub this off. I don't know if it's going to rub off, and I don't want to spend all my time here trying to rub it off. I just didn't want to get it caught up in my project, and we're not gonna worry about that. So now we have it to look like this. So this is where your JCPenney's card will go, or my JCPenney card will go. Your Christmas card will, your Christmas card will sit right there. Just put a little bit of, like I said, a little bit of sticky strip, a little bit of fast fuse to hold that card in place. And then this whole thing will be pushed down, and there you go. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and make a bow. And let's see if I can make a bow, because sometimes I can't always make a bow. Because I'm only filming. So when I film, I can't make a bow, but we're going to do the best we can to make one. And let's see. I'm going to pull this through. Okay, and get this laid across this way. And like I said, it never fails. My bows don't always go very good. When I am filming, I'm not the best bow maker. I will admit that. I need to find another resource of making bows because, yeah, I'm all thumbs when it comes to making bows. But it didn't come out horrible. It didn't come out great, but it's a bow, however. And so we just want to go ahead and let's set this way. Make our bow come out this way. So let's go ahead and just give this a little clip on each side. Let's see, that one might be okay. As far as like, no, it needs a little bit. Just a little bit right here. Okay, so now we can get rid of that. And what I do is I take one of my mini glue dots that we have Stampin' Up, and I just take one of them. They're pretty small. And I just put it so that the bow has something to hold on to, so it won't go anywhere. This side, when I make bows, always seems to flip up, so I don't know what I'm doing. So if anybody has any tips for making, you know, really good bows, let me know. My bows will come out. Sometimes they won't. This one's a little bit longer than the first one, but that's okay. So basically, that is what our card looks like. Okay, so there's only one more thing we have to do, and that's to put this on here. This is our sentiment that we want to put on. Okay, so let's get the dimensionals. I put some dimensionals on here so we can let it stand out just a little bit. Okay, let's get this one off. And then place this in the middle. Okay, there we go. And then we have one other thing to do, and these are the Velcro pieces that we have. And I got these just from my local craft store. They're very small. They're only like 3/8 of an inch. You can get bigger ones if you want to. I put two of them together. I'm going to peel the backing off of them so I can get this onto my box. Okay, so now they're both stuck to my finger and together. So basically all you want to do is you want to like put it right here in the middle somewhere. So put it about right there in the middle of it. Okay, and then what you do is you fold this down and it's done. Now I'm not going to reopen this because it says it takes 24 hours, and it literally does take 24 hours for it to adhere. And if I go to open this up again, I think it's going to come apart. So I'm not going to open it up. But this is our project for today. Aren't they cute? I think they came out adorable. What cute little gift cards to give to somebody. And I'll probably go back and just cut this ribbon just a little bit more when we get off the camera. So anyways, this is our project that we have today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today so I can show this to you. What a great little gift. And you can also do these, change up the papers, and you can do these for any kind of holiday. Birthdays, Valentine's Day, any kind of, you know, holiday that you can think of. I think these are beautiful for birthdays. Just change up the papers. So I hope everybody's had a great day, and thank you for stopping by to visit me and watch me make my project today. If you would do me a big favor, if you go to my blog at sweetserenitystamping.com and put your email in where it says join this site, click that button and it will keep you coming to me, and you can see all of my great up-and-coming projects. There will be a list of supplies at the bottom of this video. Just click on one of those and it'll take you to the shop where you can shop for all these great products. There is also a shop button at the top of my blog, and you can do the same thing there. Just click that shop button and you can get these fabulous Stampin' Up! Products. So this is my project. I hope everybody will just give this a try because I think these are great for Christmas. But anyways, like I said, I hope everybody's having a great day. Thank you so much for visiting me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.